Hi Aquariuses, how are you guys doing today? This is for Aries, Sun, Moon, and Rising. Now a lot of tarot readers are going to go ahead and tell you to look at your Venus sign for love readings, but I'm going to tell you to go ahead and look at your Mars sign because Mars rules sexuality and sexuality rules intimate relationships. So with that being said, let's go ahead and get into it. Alright, we have the shadow side. You are probably battling your shadow or trying to merge with your shadow. A lot of times when you're battling your shadow side, you're actually healing your shadow side. It depends on what generation you're from. Generation Z, I feel like a lot of us made our shadow side as our online character. So it's like either you match your online character or you don't match your online character and it's a fake person, because that's like what COVID is all about, is about like ridding all the fake people so they have to become real, because quarantining is making people like have to connect to other people and find out who their real self is. So that could be what you're going through right now. Okay, yeah, we have the Knight of Swords in reverse. So this is like fights or conflicts that are happening in your life or occurring around you, possibly in your relationships or just within yourself. Yeah, we have the Seven of Cups in reverse as well. And this is just about like you could be possibly making decisions too fast or taking things too fast. This is asking you to kind of take your time, to slow down and pay attention to all of the options that you have all around you, and to make sure that you notice all the small details so that you don't miss anything else, so you don't have to go back and grab more things and then move forward and go back and move forward and go back and move forward and go back and move forward, because that's the timeline that we're trying to break as a society. And we have the Nine of Swords, and this is calling for you to have to be on your guard. Yeah. Oh man, I'm like falling off the bed. I'm sorry. The card. Okay. So that you can be in your Emperor energy where you're fully protected and safe from any harm, at least mentally. And then we have the Page of Pentacles. This could possibly be because you are trying to teach someone that's younger than you. This could be a child. This could be a younger sibling, maybe friends that are younger than you, maybe just people that look up to you. Yeah, we have the Three of Pentacles in reverse. I take this as like you missed something. So possibly in the past you missed something that you knew you should have remembered to do, and it really fucked up their life. And it's really been eating away at your consciousness for a while. And that's like possibly what started the battle or whatever it is with your shadow side. Because so this body experiences everything and remembers everything, but the person that you make online, or that personality or whatever, only remembers the good things, or the entertaining things. So once you become aware that this life that you're living, because what the world does to you is it reflects everything bad that has happened to you, or that you have, well, not that has happened to you, but that you have done to other people, until you learn not to ever do it to somebody ever again unless they deserve it. For some things. Not all things should ever be done, ever, 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 ever. And that's kind of how you get into the tiers of the world, or the societal like branches, if that makes sense. That's how the pyramids originally started, or the levels of beings originally started, is because it depends on how much and what you have done to other people, and if you have learned your lessons to never do anything of any of that sort ever again. And it goes all the way back to your childhood, to be honest. From the moment that you understood that it was wrong to do. Not everything, but maybe just some big things. And something to remember is, I don't know, I'm somebody that's really hard on myself for every little thing, even if it's in the trauma from from my childhood, and I could have controlled it, but I just didn't, and I don't know why, but I was really young, you know. So some things are just really bad, are just terrible. Especially if this is someone that's younger, that looks up to you. That's like I said, like a kid or a sibling or something. Maybe you did something in front of them, or maybe you did something to them, like you hit them or something like that, and you just feel so bad about it because you feel like it just changed their whole personality or their whole world after they had that encounter with you, and you just felt like you really messed up big time on that moment. So yeah, we have the Two of Wands. So this is calling for you to have to take on a leadership role. Start to be the parent or the boss of your life. Don't let things slide. You know? Build your personality in solidarity. Solidarity. I think you understand what I meant. Okay. Yeah, with the Ace of Pentacles, because once you do that, that's when all the abundance and the good things start to roll into your life again. And don't be embarrassed to do this. Don't feel bad about trying to break old habits in yourself. Like for me, like one of them is like hating myself for every little mistake. Like I've been learning how to drive better and how to shift better in my car, a lot smoother, and I hate myself every time I mess up or I grind a little bit. Like it literally makes me so angry. But that's just because I'm embarrassed, because it's like, I don't know. I feel embarrassed when I drive with other people and I mess up on my gears. So I don't want to ever embarrass myself like that, ever again. So for me, that's something that I would relate to that. Let's see. Yeah, because we have the Lovers that came out here, and then we have the Justice in reverse. And This could definitely be you dealing with a relationship that went badly, that you received a lot of trauma from, or a lot of past bad habits from. Because if you are with somebody for a really long time, or around somebody for a really long time, you pick up on that energy, and that's just who you start to become subconsciously, and you don't even realize it. I'm going to pull some clarifiers. I want to know more about this relationship and what happened. Okay, well, I had 3 cards that popped out pretty quickly. We have the Knight of Swords, the Ace of Wands in reverse, and the Hermit. Yeah, this is probably an imbalance in your masculine energy, or in the masculine energy. Maybe the man in the relationship was not holding their ground, or not like being who they were supposed to be, or acting how they were supposed to be, or on the other side, maybe the woman or the feminine energy that like more embodies the feminine energy, or whatever it is for you, was not able to hold their own and make their own decisions when they were on their own. They had to constantly think of you, or think of be like, well, what would they do? What would they want me to do? What should I do? What would, even if it's not you per se, but they always were thinking of other people and what they would want them to do, instead of thinking about just what they want to do. Because in a relationship, it is so important for you to make your own decisions by yourself, because that will make the person feel much more valued, and it won't make your relationship feel so routine, and it'll keep like life into your relationship. I'm gonna go ahead and pull from the Mystic Wisdom deck. These cards are so pretty. I love them so much. They're kind of big cards, so they're kind of hard to like shuffle. For those of you who don't know, I'm 5'1", so my hands are pretty tiny. We have Enlightenment. Pursue spiritual growth. So I keep getting drawn back to this 7 of Cups in reverse, and this is talking about not making decisions fast, not making a haste decision. And with Enlightenment, I think especially with this card, see this beautiful person who's just like balancing themselves out, even though their arms are at different angles, and so it's not perfectly symmetric, but somehow they're still standing in their power with all this rainbow light shining out of them. This is showing that you have to be able to take the time to notice all the small things and the beauty and the things around you. so that you can ultimately find a better relationship that won't rely on you for everything and won't be codependent, because that's really what this seems to be about. Which is exactly why you went into this shadow energy, where you started battling your shadow and discovering your shadow, because every time you go through a serious heartbreak, you go through a serious reassessment of yourself so that you can figure out who would be best to move forward to, or how it would be the best to move forward. If you understand what I'm saying, like, you analyze yourself to figure out how to find a better mate or soulmate for your future. So, yeah. I'm gonna go ahead and pull some flower petal affirmations for you. This is Lily of the Valley, Cherry Blossom, and Tulip. Lily of the Valley, happiness is found with your purpose. Return quietly now and be at peace. You are worth what it is you desire. Peacefully know that you deserve what you desire, as long as you stay on your path. And if you don't know your path, then you better go find it and figure it out. Alright, if you like this reading, please like and subscribe to my channel down below. Yeah, bye!